So, how Canadian is A? Does the use of A identify a speaker as being from Canada? Well, some say yes, the use of A is indeed uniquely Canadian. Here are some quotes that illustrate this assumption. And only in Canada is found the interrogative A. This is so exclusively a Canadian feature that immigration officials use it as an identifying clue. Or, both the English and the Americans can spot a Canadian from his A at the end of a sentence, like in, "It's hard, eh?" So A is supposed to identify a uniquely Canadian dialect. In addition, it also seems to identify a sociolect. This is evident from the fact that the main characters in the popular TV show The Great White North, both heavy users of A, are characterized as rather uneducated.
So our topic today is how to stuff a mouse into a beer bottle without breaking its bones.
Right.
So that they'll look at it and give you a case and not think you hosed them by deliberately stuffing one in. It's like shipbuilding in a bottle. Okay.
Right. And like the thing to remember is, let's say you get a 6-pack, right?
Yeah.
6 mice, right?
6 mice.
Okay. You get a case for each beer bottle with a mouse. So a case of 2-4, right? A square for like times 6.
It's 6 times 24. Jeez, I don't know. I don't have my calculator. Right?
Okay, so I
figured that
6
out.
times 4 is 24.
So, uneducated, a sociolect. Maybe that's why the use of A is going down. This was announced, at least, nationwide in a number of news articles last December based on an interview with a linguist from the University of Toronto, Sally Talyamonte. And if you look at the Google statistics for A, you see that its use has indeed gone up. And I don't know yet whether it's a coincidence, but at the same time the use of red has gone up. Anyways, back to A being Canadian. It seems to be Canadian enough that it's used on government websites. It still is used by just about everybody to identify a Canadian. So it is kind of curious that it's not included in the Dictionary of Canadianism on Historical Principles. The editor of this dictionary, Walter Avis, defended his omission on the grounds that A isn't in fact a Canadianism. A can be found in the speech and literature of many English-speaking countries, including the United Kingdom, Australia, and South Africa. And linguists are investigating the use of A in these other dialects as well. But Canadians use A in a distinctive way. So Walter Avis observes that Canadians use A in contexts where other dialects would not. Most famously, they use it not only to request confirmation, but also in the context of telling a story, the so-called narrative A. So instead of asking, how Canadian is A, we should be asking, how does Canadian A differ from the use of A in other dialects of English? But to answer this question, we first have to get a better understanding about the ways in which A is used.